Today I'm going to be doing a quick video on a few tips to help you improve at Heart of the Hive in Crucible. Crucible is Relentless Studios' new MOBA style third-person shooter put out by Amazon Studios. So the first tip is pretty key to the starting of your game, and that's selecting a starting point that's central to 3 harvesters. So each spawn side, so whether you're south or north, usually has a spawn location that is central between 3 harvesters, 2 that will be uncontested generally, and then a central harvester. Now normally you want to send 1 person each to the 2 uncontested harvesters on your side of the map, and then 2 people to the central, and just kind of play it from there, whether you have to rotate or whether all 4 collapse to the center. But from there you should have a pretty good base for your essence experience. The second tip is pretty quick, and that's just at lower levels, you don't have to run around as a death ball. You can spread out and kill things on your own to get a few experience points, although you want to try to avoid engagement if it's a 1v4 opportunity. The third is that there is a bit of time, it's about 6 minutes for the first heart spawns, so you have a time to capture harvesters, see if you can find a good engagement point to take out your enemies, or just make sure that you're capping harvesters and farming essence as much as you can so that you're equal or higher level than your opponents when it's time for the first engagement. After the first heart, hives will spawn every 4 minutes, so just keep that in mind when you're planning out your game. The fourth point I did go over in my earlier tips and tricks video, and that's just that the events and the amplifiers that spawn throughout the game are incredibly important, and depending on the situation, sometimes it is better to go after, say, both damage amplifiers than go for the heart, as it will make you much more deadly throughout the rest of the game. The fifth point is just about positioning, and that you generally want to try to pick fights that are complementary to your team. So if you have a Jakal on your team, you don't generally want to fight out in the open, as he really likes to have cover and be able to get out of line of sight and pull enemies away from their team. Also, if you're playing a Jonah, you don't necessarily want to get into a close fight. You want to be able to hang back and land your headshots like a pro. The sixth point is that using your map, I know there's no mini map in the game, but just pay attention to if your opponents cap a harvester, you know that there's people there. So paying attention to where they're moving throughout the game will give you information on where you can move, where you can meet them to engage, and it'll just give you more information on the fights and locations that you can pick. And my final tip is just a general, just try to play as a team. I know it's hard with no voice comms or text chat. If you're solo queuing, it's a little frustrating. Just try to pay attention to the pings. Try to use the pings to the best you can. I know it's not the best right now. The heart is much easier game mode to play if you're playing as a team rather than for solo players. So thanks for watching. If you did like the video, please do subscribe, hit the bell, and I do stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and then either Friday or Saturday night, 8 p.m. It's twitch.tv/beastandbrews, link below. Thank you for watching.